guys? It's your boy Moto MMA, aka Jason Boss, bringing you another video. If you could, please comment, like, subscribe, and all that kind of great jazz. I greatly appreciate it. Now on to the topic of today's video. The state that I currently live in is Indiana, and it is wanting to become a constitutional carry state. At this present time, I believe there are 13 constitutional carry states, so that would make Indiana the 14th. But then there's other states that have stuff like open carry and things like that. So open carry meaning that you do not need a license from the government to like carry the gun out and open on your side where people can see that you're clearly carrying. So there's different things like that. You know, you definitely want to check the laws in your state, you know, see what they are pertaining to you. So guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this video is in no kind of way a video saying that I am an expert, a video that's saying I know the laws down to a T, nothing like that. Do not take my advice for legal advice. Look this stuff up for yourself. This is just my opinion, okay? Now, Indiana considering being a constitutional carry. It is not passed yet, by the way. If you are a Hoosier and you have recently saw the news break that the House has, you know, passed 1077, which means that you can carry, you know, without a permit, you are wrong. Please do not go out and carry a firearm because in Indiana you cannot carry open nor concealed without a permit. If you are out there carrying right now, because this happened just this Tuesday past, and you do not have a permit, you are breaking the law, okay? This has to go to the Senate. This is not the first time that they have tried to push this. They've tried to do this before, and it didn't go through. So we'll see what happens this go around. I am definitely for it, and I guess here's my reasons why. I know a lot of people are like, well, why are you happy to see more guns out on the streets? And I gotta be honest with you, because I'm gonna give you a really specific incident here soon, because the laws that unfortunately are in place are not in place for the bad guys. The laws that are in place are in place for the good guys. See, when a bad guy wants a gun, he's gonna go get a gun. You know what I mean? He doesn't care, you know, how he has to go get a gun. He's not going to go do a background check. He's not going to go get a permit. And he's not going to let a permit or a background check stop him. If that were the truth and the laws kept people from breaking the law, then there should be no drug problem in America. I mean, one of the biggest drugs that we have pushing right now is meth. And meth is a horrible, horrible, horrible drug, man. It just really destroys people, really destroys family, and it's a huge pandemic on that drug. So we all know just because laws are in place, it doesn't mean that it's going to stop people from doing what they have to do. I'm going to give you a situation recently in a town here in Indiana that I have some family in. I'm not going to say the town, you know, his name or whatever like that. They had some teenagers that broke into a gun shop. They stole 17 different guns and like somewhere between like 5,000 rounds. You know what I mean? So, you know, these kids, they weren't caring about a background check or nothing like that. They sold all these different guns, and they actually were posting those guns online for sale for like $150. Sorry guys, I had to do a little bit of a cut. I had to let my dog get out. He wanted to go to his mommy. He had to go to the bathroom. He's a mama's boy, what can I say? But back to what I was saying. Those teenagers sold 17 different guns, 5,000 rounds, you know, and they were selling those different guns for $150 a piece on the internet. Now, they did get caught. They were just teenage kids, and the town is pretty small. And they were dumb enough to post it on, I think it is like Snapchat or whatever, you know, holding the guns up and, you know, hey, I just robbed this place. I'm so cool, you know. So thank goodness they were not the world's most intelligent criminals. It is very sad, however, that these kids did throw away their life. I will say that, you know. Even though they did believe those kids were considering a mass shooting as well. So yeah, that's tough. I hate to see anybody throw away their life for any extended period of time, but especially young people. And guys, and that's what I'm saying. Like any when the bad guys want the guns, they're gonna get the guns. And I'm not for just in constitutional carry, guys. It does mean you have the right to carry a gun without getting a gun permit. Specifically speaking, I would say like a handgun. In most states, at least in Indiana, you already have the right to carry uh, what they call long guns or whatever, like shotguns or any rifles. You can already carry those in general public. Now, you do not see people carrying those in general public. I mean, obviously, because um, one, you'd probably be harassed by the police every 5 seconds. If I walked around with a shotgun on my back or whatever have you, I can guarantee you somebody will probably call the police quick, fast, in a hurry. It's just, people feel uncomfortable when they see someone walking around with a rifle, and you be answering to the police all the time. And plus, usually when you're carrying it, in most cases, you're not really trying to carry to draw attention to you. You know what I mean? And that's when you get to the debate of open carry versus concealed carry. I personally think concealed carry is better. I recently visited a store and I was looking at different things. I saw a young lady. You could clearly see the gun on her side. And to me, I just think to myself, cool, she's protected and she's, protecting herself. But at the same time, if it was a criminal or a bad guy, she's made herself a very, very, much open target. I mean, can't talk. An open target. You know what I mean? Because she does have it shown out in the open. Where if you can still carry, you still keep that element of surprise. And I just think every American should have the right to protect themselves, the right to protect their family, um, the right to protect friends. You know what I mean? And not have that infringed upon, by the government. They shouldn't have the right to tell you that you have to solely depend on them to protect you, because I've heard this said 1,000 times. It's better to have a gun in hand than to have a police officer on the phone while you're being robbed or someone's breaking in your house. You know, and I mean, and that's just how it is. I know a lot of people, they look at America and they say, well, a lot of the fatalities that have something to do with guns are handguns, so they should have more laws on them. Even though, for the most part, the government is going after assault rifles, which is whatever. But because they know that majority of the deaths that are with handguns, unfortunately, guys, are suicides. That is something. You know what I mean. That is very sad that people do choose to take their life, and that's the way they choose to take their life. But I can tell you, stopping a law-abiding person will not stop someone who has a mental illness from doing what they got to do. What they feel like they got to do. You know what I mean? That is something where I think America should have just more help and more access to people who are going through things, and they should be able to get counseling and treatment without being looked down on, and they shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg to do it. We need to get more free stuff and more stuff like that out to the community. That's a whole nother issue, I believe, to me, very much separate from the whole entire gun law, gun community thing. That is something completely different than mental health of people. But yeah, guys, I'm definitely all for constitutional carry. Now will this pass? I do not know. Again, guys, uh, Indiana had this happen on Tuesday. Okay, that the House said yes, and this just came up before. And I do not want you to go out and go buy a gun right now and carry it on your side or conceal carry, because, guys, it still has to go through the Senate. They have to still approve it. As of right now, you still need a permit in Indiana. I will definitely let you know when this changes. So, no, the law has not changed. They are in the process of trying to get the law to change. It does not mean it's changed yet. It does not mean it's changed yet, guys. So please hear me when I say that. I don't want to see anyone go to jail because, unfortunately, ignorance of the law doesn't give you the right to break the law. You know what I'm saying? But that's it for today, guys. I've got a lot of motorcycle stuff that'll be coming up pretty soon here. I've got some pictures I'm gonna show you at the end here of a couple of bikes. I know what I'm gonna get now. I know what I'm gonna get. I know I've kicked it around a few times, but I know exactly what type of bike I'm going to get. I'm gonna show you a couple, and then eventually I'm going to show you me getting on that bike and riding away. It's just kind of become a little bit cold, so I haven't really focused a whole lot on motorcycle content as of right now because Indiana is freezing. It's like snowy, icy cold here, and it's just not fun to ride a motorcycle. At least not for me right now during the winter. So yeah, I do definitely miss Florida for real. But other than that, guys, if you could please comment, like, subscribe. What do you think of constitutional carry? Do you think it should be allowed? And let's remember, guys, too, another point I just want to make sure I put in there. Just because you constitutional carry does not mean you do not have to pass a background check, because anytime you buy a gun from a gun dealership or a pawn shop, etc., you still have to pass a background check in order to buy that gun. So all constitutional carry does is say you pass this one background check to actually be approved to buy the gun. We're not going to make you wait another 60 to 90 days to pass yet another background check when you've already passed that one, because, hey, guys, criminals are not waiting, X amount of days to see if they pass a background check at a gun shop. They're not waiting 60 to 90 days to make sure they're passing this, another state background check. They're just not doing it, guys. But anyhow, if you could please comment, like, subscribe. Greatly appreciate that, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.